Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Exploring the Blockchain. I am your host, Polly, and this is the Fantom episode. So right off the rip, you can see here from the Fantom Foundation website that they are offering you a 15.1% APR for staking your Fantom right on their website. They have their own wallet, but you can use MetaMask or whatever you feel comfortable using. You just run a node, you stake some Fantom. You can also become a validator by having 500,000 Fantom. That's a bit much, but okay. So you go over to Spooky Swap. This is the first actual DEX that I got acquainted with when I came over into Fantom. So you got your regular farms here where you stake your LP tokens and you earn some pretty good APRs actually. You earn some really good APRs. But these aren't anything to come running about, because we've seen other chains like Chronos, BNB, and everything have way crazier APRs. But Fantom really gets into the degen strategies when it gets over into these other tokens and other protocols and other platforms that you use. So what do you do here? You stake your BOO, you receive XBOO, and then you stake your XBOO in the partner pools, and you earn their tokens. So this is Tomb, then you earn Alchemix, Penguin Carts, and Tarot Finance by staking your XBOO. We will go through each of these protocols. They're all pretty good ones, and Fantom is the home of all Tomb forks. Tomb started here. It came from Fantom, so this is where you're going to get the best kinds of Tomb forks. Then we go over into another DEX called Spirit Swap. Look at these crazy amounts of features that are actually provided here. You got a bridge, you got a swap, you got liquidity, you got farms, you got boosted farms, you got lending and borrowing, you got a zapper even. You got bonding through Olympus DAO. But let's check out some of these farms. And look at that. You get these incredible APRs. These are the APRs you're looking for. Wow, up to 235%, nice. 480%, 427%. Remember, none of this is financial advice, but I'm sure these will make you a lot of money. 385%, 705%, that's pretty crazy. The APRs really go wild here for some of these pools, and a lot of these pools are not that dangerous. Unless you're really terrified about impermanent loss and you're using such large sums of money that the impermanent loss will be noticeable. But if you're using minimal amounts to stake in these pools, then you can just hold it for a while, collect the rewards, and you really won't deal with that much impermanent loss. But dealing with $10 in one of these pools as opposed to 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 will really vary on the results, because you'll be able to notice the impermanent loss coming in a lot faster and a lot more if you're staking $100,000 in one of these pools for 700% or whatever it is. But we got to go over into the actual lending side of Spooky Swap, where they allow you to actually just deposit all these kinds of assets here too. Just another lending protocol on the Spooky Swap platform. I find it pretty crazy how Spooky Swap actually has all these kinds of things, and you can get really nice tokens from Spooky Swap. But we actually can't view it without going and connecting our wallet. You also got ape mode, go long in an instant. Look at that. you can go 3x long on your Fantom right off the rip with Spooky. But then we go over into another DEX, and I find this one to be one of the coolest ones. This one's called Beethoven, and it just gives you so many options for the tokens, and I'm sure this is where you get those sketch tokens. You know, the ones that'll try and make you that 100x or whatever it is, or could go drop all the way down to 0. Again, guys, risk it for the biscuit, but don't forget, you can risk it all. You can lose the biscuit. And then we go over into the featured pools on Beethoven. This is pretty cool because I see that there's a lot of these multi-pools that you can actually go into. Like, look at these index funds. There's this 4 different tokens, all 25%, all pretty good tokens. 3 tokens. This one has 5. This one has 4. This one has 4. So again, if you want to reduce your exposure here, then you can go into these multi-token pools on Beethoven. And you even got boosted pools too. But the APRs are still pretty nice for these. And you even got community pools as well. Like, look at this one. This is exposing you to the entire opera. It's I don't think it's that bad, but it would definitely reduce your impermanent loss. And then you go over into the stakes section of the Beethoven decks, and you can actually, like, this is what I'm talking about when I say these degen strategies. Look at this. You go invest your beats into the Fidelio Duetto pool. You go invest. Then you stake the Fidelio Duetto pool and receive F beats. Then you stake your F beats into the F beats farm, and you get even more beats. That's pretty crazy. You're just like, there's so much leveraged plays here on Fantom for all you degens. And you even got a launch section that you can go into as well. But we got to check out Olympus because they're available here too. And they give you bonds here. We go into Tarot.finance. I found this to be pretty cool. This is like a leveraged lending platform. So we go check out the FTM Tarot. You go deposit FTM Tarot, and then you can borrow FTM or Tarot. That's pretty cool. You're not really, you are dealing with impermanent loss, but I think it's going to be a lot less obvious. And I think you're going to be a lot safer if you're borrowing the individual assets when you supply the LP tokens. But you can also just supply FTM and Tarot, and then that's a lot safer as well. But you can do multiple things over here on Tarot Finance. They have supply vaults and everything where you go and supply Fantom, or you go and supply Tomb, or you go and supply USDC or May or whatever it is, and you're gonna earn more of the actual tokens. So like ETH here, 0.28%, not nice. 0.6%, not nice. But as you can see here, 9.14% for Tomb. That's not bad at all, especially considering it's the initial starter of like Tombs. Then you got X Tarot. So this is where you're gonna stake your Tarot and get, well, X Tarot. But there's some pretty crazy stuff over here on Fantom. You just got to keep checking it out, and you got to keep diving deeper and deeper in. We will probably have a second episode because it's just, there's too much to go over in Fantom. Just like BNB or Ethereum or Kronos or any of these other super large chains that are trying out new ideas, innovation, trying to be disruptive innovators in the space. Look at this. You got Tomb Finance. They've actually created Life Genesis pools for their new project. And they've actually got Cemetery V2. Look at this. You go and stake these tokens and you're going to get L shares. You got L3 pools. Then you got the Masonry. The Masonry is the classic of Tomb. And this is why there's so many projects copying it, because Tomb was so successful with this, where you stake T shares and you get Tomb Finance. But then they also included a swap as well, and this is where you can see there's so many of these L shares. Look, just type in shares, and I'm sure, yeah, you got 3 different kinds of shares here right off the bat, and on other dexes you're able to see more of the share tokens as well, such as Beethoven. Let's go over to Beethoven, and then you can see how many of these share tokens there really are available on Fantom. Like, it's pretty crazy. There's already like 6 different tomb forks here. But Fantom is the home of it. And I'm telling you, Tomb will come back one day, but we have to wait for the next bull run, which could be 2 or 3 years from now. But now we go over into abracadabra.money, magic internet money. This is where you can collateralize your assets and borrow magic internet money against them. Then you're able to go and leverage it as well. This is another leveraged play. You know how I was saying about this being a way more degen kind of play? Well, here you go. This is the degen stuff you wanted. Look at that. You can leverage your stake and get magic internet money out of it. It's pretty crazy, and they make it really easy to use as well. So you go over to mspell in the MIM platform, and you can just stake your spell, and you then get mspell to stake into here, and then you get magic internet money. Not so difficult, easy passive income strategy. But we got a pretty cool game that I found here on Fantom called Penguin Carts, and this is where I say play to earn gaming should go, because it's pretty cool, honestly, how if we could get a Mario Kart kind of game on the blockchain. Honestly, a lot more people would be involved with games like this, or Thetan Arena, or kinds of more action-packed games where there's competition and it's not turn-based, where it's just like one strategy that will win it all. So then we go over into another really cool thing on the Fantom blockchain. This is called Alchemics, and I'm not even going to lie to you guys, I have no idea how this exactly works, but these are apparently self-repaying this is self-repaying lending. I have no idea how that completely works, but it does, and if you'd like to learn about it, check it out at Alchemics. But we go over into the next platform called Liquid Driver. This is a good one. So you get to you can you can do the yield hunting zone, which is just the basic stuff. You know, you got your 134 APR for that stuff. You get all these other low APRs, but then you get over to the actual Liquid Driver tokens, and this is where you can lock them up, and you then collect revenue. You then collect a lot of extra tokens from just staking these and locking them up. You get a huge amount of revenue share. But then you can go next level with your Liquid Driver tokens and go to more finance. And this is where you're going to be able to actually deposit Liquid Driver tokens and mint CLQDR, which you're then going to go take over into a vault, and then you're going to use those to generate more. And you got that available right here. As you can tell, if you were to do 1,000, you do 1,000 CLQDR and you have a collateral locked of 2160. So then you can actually generate 1080 more and go use that elsewhere to farm with. And then you're also achieving a yield as well of 87%. That's pretty crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little episode on the Fantom blockchain. We will be going further into Fantom because it's a pretty nice degen friendly platform. And again, I hope you guys all like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.